It's time for a demo showcase. Each month I pick 4 demos, give them a playthrough, and then decide if I'll be drinking the rest of the game after taking a sip or pouring it down the sink. This month I've chosen some pretty great titles, so without further ado, let's jump into the first demo. We're kicking things off dino style with Manita's Kitchen. In Manita's Kitchen, you play as a T-Rex who is working for a mob boss in a pizza shop. You'll need to make and serve different kinds of pizzas, including kneading the dough, putting the sauce on, placing ingredients, and cooking the pizza to perfection. The only catch is that you're a T-Rex, so your range of movement is pretty limited because of your tiny dino hands, though some creative thinking is definitely required. The demo for Manita's Kitchen was pretty fun to play. You get to play through the first 3 or 4 levels and get introduced to the basic mechanics of the game. There's mini games for each of the stations which add a bit of variety into the gameplay and are pretty fun to play. I definitely burned a few pizzas getting used to my dino pace, but the addition of the friend power-ups you can use really made a difference. This game is definitely part of the time management sim category, but with a fun new dino theme, and the addition of the stress meter adds a unique point of difference that is kind of relatable. I may have bombed out due to high stress levels from burning pizzas, but I had a lot of fun doing so, and I was disappointed when the demo finished. So is this a game I'll be drinking the rest of after taking a sip, or pouring the hot mess down the sink? I can confidently say I'll be draining the cup, including the dregs of Manita's Kitchen, and purchasing the full game. If you're someone who loves a good challenge, Paper Trail offers a bunch of origami-style puzzles, requiring you to fold the pages of the level in different ways to navigate through the level. You follow Paige as she journeys to expand her studies, leaving her home behind, and will encounter a range of different quirky characters along the way. This is a pretty unique puzzle style that challenges perspective in a simple way, and there's endless opportunities as to how it can be incorporated into the game. In the demo alone, you're treated to a few different level styles, adding in mechanics like movable statues and floating platforms that can move in different ways, and as any good game does, there's hidden stars to find in each level spread, adding an extra challenge for the achievement hunter. The graphic style of the game is really great, encompassing a watercolor type feel, and it definitely finds a home in the cozy puzzle space. It is one of the demos that really feels too short and gets you really excited to play the full game, serving its demo purpose perfectly. So is it down the sink for this one, or am I paying full price for the paper experience? I can easily say I'll be purchasing Paper Trail upon its much anticipated release, and I cannot wait to follow Paige's adventures in the full game. The Night is Grey is an upcoming point and click mystery game that sees you follow Graham as he runs for his life to escape some vicious wolves. Along the way, he bumps into a mysterious girl who's been left home alone, and you'll need to work out how to get this strange little girl reunited with her mother and make your way safely past the wolves. The style of this game is really well done, with the art style taking on a hand-drawn type feel. The sound effects and music really set the eerie atmosphere and set the scene for the game as a mysterious one. I will say I found the actual gameplay quite tedious in this demo. There's not a whole lot of direction as to what you need to do, and there's a very rigid progression of story elements that need to happen for you to proceed, which can be kind of annoying to complete. The story is captivating and makes you want to continue on to find out what happened to the girl's mum, but the elements you need to complete before you can even leave the house are long and honestly a bit boring. I will say that the game's pace is probably what I had the most trouble with. However, being a point and click game, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, and people who usually love this style of game will probably find it just right. I think if they relax some of the conditions for progression and even tried to implement consequences for skipping things further along in the game, it would really add another element and allow players to have more freedom with how they want to approach the game. So will I be buying this one when it comes out in January? Unfortunately, I don't think I will, as the game style is just not for me. I think it definitely will appeal to gamers who like this game style though, so if you love a good point and click, I encourage you to check out the demo for yourself. Hot off the developers' computers is the demo for Midnight Ramen, which just got released. In this game, you take on the role of the owner of a ramen stall that operates from midnight until dawn, and you'll need to serve your customers their chosen orders and give them a good listening ear too. This game is part ramen making simulator, part visual novel, and it definitely feels more slanted towards the visual novel side in the demo. You'll be treated to your customers' life stories, listening to their problems and observing their interactions with other customers while serving them up a tasty dish of ramen. The ramen making itself is actually really fun. The combination of cooking the different ingredients in different ways, as well as adding the pre-cooked ingredients and the raw ingredients, adds a bit of a challenge, and you definitely need to pay attention to the recipes to make sure you're keeping your customers happy. This is a pretty early demo, so I'm not sure exactly what the full scope of the game will look like, but in the demo there's no money involved. So I'm not sure if the levels will be based off a profit goal or if it's more of a relaxing game where mistakes and money doesn't really matter. Either way, I had a lot of fun in this cozy ramen-filled game and enjoyed the levels that are part of the demo gameplay. So is this game headed down the sink or into my belly? Only time will tell. This is a game I'll be watching closely for future developments to see what the scope of the game is. As it is right now, I think it's missing the challenge for me, and I worry that the stories themselves wouldn't be enough to hold my attention. But I'm not usually one who enjoys a visual novel, so that's not to say the game itself wouldn't be amazing. I will definitely be keeping a close eye on this one. That is a wrap on this month's demo showcase. If you're interested in playing any of the demos yourself, there are links in the description below to all the free demo goodness. I will be back next month with some more demos to check out. If there's any you think should be on my list, let me know in the comments below. Until next time.